Bonjour, Emmanuel.
Bonjour.
We're here on the final day of the PowerShell Conference. Honestly, we're Europeans. How did you like it so far?
Yeah, pretty much. It was very interesting. A lot of good conferences, good speakers too, and I learned a lot of things that I didn't expect about it. So really liked it a lot.
All of us is concerned about different topics. So if I ask for a highlight, that doesn't mean that this one talk was the best in town. But what fits your needs? What did you like? What was your maybe your biggest surprise here?
Yeah, I see a lot of things about security, and it's a big concern for me because I work in data a lot for different highly confidential clients, and the security is one big problem for me in my daily work. So all the part of the security was my really big concern, and I like a lot the intervention of people about that.
Yeah. Goedemiddag, Guido.
Goedemiddag.
You skipped the bike tour. What's your excursion?
Well, maybe two. One of them is that my coworkers had a real feel for it, and then the other thing is I thought, I do biking all the time, so it's not that special, and so we were actually lazy. Maybe that's the real excuse, pure laziness.
That's a good excuse, because obviously you're from the Netherlands. How do you like it so far?
Yeah, great. It's the first time for us, and I was actually surprised because also it's put together really professionally, I think, for also for the scale. So I was actually surprised by that. So my compliments.
So thank you. Hello, Stein. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me, Thorsten.
Final day of the conference. Everyone is tired. How was it this year?
This year was even better than last time, actually. Yeah, fantastic. The community is just even more welcoming and more loving. Yeah, I think so. I think it's been fantastic sessions, of course, but also the community part. That's kind of my main reason to come here. Yeah.
So as you heard, he's one of the attendees coming back and back and back. And what was your first one?
I went to 2014 in Amsterdam, and then we went to Stockholm the year after, and then PSConf Europe started in 16, I guess. And that was my first one in PSConf, and then I've been here almost every year since. It's my favorite conference. It's a very small conference, right? Not too many attendees, but we get to know each other, and everyone's friendly, approachable. You can sit down and have lunch with these superheroes in our community.
Celebrities.
Yes, yeah, we are starstruck sometimes, absolutely. But they are just people.
Rumors say we have not so many French-speaking people. How's that? How can that be? You're not from France?
Yes, I am from France.
How can that be? What leads to that situation? What do we have to do to get more people out of your country?
I don't really know. Maybe it's part a problem from the companies that don't really like to invest in ITs. They see this more like cost more than the resources. So right now I work in Switzerland, where the concern is more important for the people there about this, having good formation, having people feeling good in their daily work. But I saw one guy with me, one French from Paris. I speak with him, and he worked for a Belgian company. So
it doesn't count really, right?
that doesn't really count, exactly.
Yeah, we're joking, but to address this seriously, is that a good investment for a company? If you would own your company, would you send the people to say that is worth the money for hotel, stuff like that?
Yeah, for me, yes, because I see this as a consultant, because I am consultant, and I see the opportunity making new contacts, having new people in our circle to communicate with, and the formation, the learning. After this, I will make some blogs about what I learned, what I saw during this convention, so I can improve myself doing this and give more knowledge to people around. So it's a win-win. Win for me, win for my company, because I will give them a bit more visibility about this.
But do we need PowerShell?
Of course.
Why?
Because nowadays with the cloud, it's really cloud-oriented, and more and more companies work with it. And you can see that's for security reasons, for example. It's really important to work with PowerShell for this part, and there is a big community that can give you a lot of inputs to improve even better and have a better work with PowerShell for all your daily work.
What was your highlight?
For me, it's I think more the framework, because I'm new to that. So I use some PowerShell to deploy out stuff. Up till now, I'm not. It's not my full-time job to use PowerShell in all kinds of circumstances, but I use it a lot, and I did some crazy stuff with it. But I wasn't used to use, for example, a lot of GitHub or VS Code in combination with that, and have a pipeline. I was just making scripts which were too large, and then deal with it. And so that was the thing I learned here, or I'm going to take it back and do stuff with that. So yeah.
Thinking about the manager that listens to us, and first of all, for the records, we have to say the bike tour was in the evening, a private time. If you would be the manager, what do you think? What is the value for your business? What for your work? Sending people to conferences like that?
I think, of course, maybe networking, getting new ideas. Getting new other insights of solving the same issue, maybe. So you can maybe make some processes more efficient and faster, or you don't have to invent the wheel yourself, because you can get a wheel here and use that one. So eventually it will actually even be a cost saving. And then also you get some inspiration. I think that's one of the most important things. I think you just go back like, yay. It gives you motivation. It's
a mix of diving a little bit deeper into the community, understand the technology, because you hear all the chatting around. You get some ideas that you can't Google, or you would oversee something like that. How do you think, in terms of Azure cloud services, how important will be PowerShell automation in the future?
It will get more important, I think.
Having Azure resources is just like herding cats, right? It's getting more and more and more and more. When I started in IT, people had one computer that was sitting in front of it, and that was it. And today you have so many devices, right?
Yeah, it's huge. And also in Azure, the possibilities are endless, and they keep on adding new stuff all the time. So the amount of parameters you have to take into consideration when you deploy things are huge. So it's not a thing you can do manually. You should automate it.
Yeah,
I think, and yeah, that's where PowerShell comes in, of course.
And you're from Norway. What is your primary interest here from a technical perspective?
Oh, so I've been working with PowerShell for a long time. Don't use it as much every day, but I use it kind of every day still. For me, been part of building my career, being able to understand systems, automation, make it easy, and grow myself as a person, as a team, a technical guy. So for me, it's super important. It was much more hype about PowerShell earlier, but we use it every day. But it's every new brand or every new product will have its moment, 5 minutes of fame. PowerShell is still here after many years.
It's just like in a good partnership. After a couple of years, it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. If things went well, and somehow it's like that, it's not so sparkling anymore, but we feel connected to each other with this technology, right?
Yeah. Absolutely, I totally agree. Yeah.
Always bringing the usual suspects back, just as you, someone who did it, who has been here before in different places. But we also need a certain liquidness, that's a better word, so that some fresh air is also coming in, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And every year we greet the newcomers the first time on the conference, and the maybe very young people have just started their PowerShell journey, and then it's super important for us as a community to bring them along. And every year I make new friends, new contacts, new kids, old guys as well. Yeah. So, and I feel this community will we are actually taking care of everyone in the community.
How does that help to meet other people with the same needs?
Oh, yeah. But for example, I meet with Adrian, who is from Gibraltar. Mm-hmm. So we speak a lot. We met the first day, and then we get to the restaurant for yesterday. I took with the Belgium company. They were all French, so they were speaking French. So that's good. That's good because I improved my circle. I took Gaël LinkedIn, for example, or Geoffrey LinkedIn. So I get a lot of people from here speaking with, sharing information we need in our work for basically PowerShell.
If you're a little bit afraid, what would you answer to a colleague that who says, my English is not so perfect, I'm a bit shy, I don't gonna go there, I can't speak to anyone? Is that what you experienced?
No, basically I'm really shy. And
that's why we're here.
And yet I speak with different people from different countries. It's my first time I doing a community like this, going to a conference like this. I never did this before. Yet I still met someone from Spain, some people from Germany, from Belgium. It's easy. It's because there is something that we have in common. It's we're here for language, PowerShell.
Any wishes for PSConfEU ++ next year?
Ooh, I wish I'm gonna make a. I need to present. Bucket list. I have a presentation on my bucket list, so that's gonna be my main goal.
Yeah, tell something about it.
Oh, well, I've been here for so many years, and in the first conferences, most of them are now presenting. So I just need to up my game. I'm getting ready to be there, but it's always this imposter syndrome for everyone. Am I good enough? Do I have anything interesting to say? And I know I do. So next year, hopefully, we'll see.
I take that as a promise. Thank you, Stein, and keep in mind that we always try to engage people from the community for community demos, the Posha Kucha thing, and stuff like that. So see you next year. Wishes for the future.
Personal or
you may also give us an insight of your personal preferences. I know what's your wishes coming back next year.
That's a wish for sure. Yeah.
Bedankt, Guido. Wishes for the conference.
Why not come to Switzerland? I know it's a bit expensive, but there are a nice community here. Mm-hmm. People are really nice, and I speak with Gaël about it. And maybe because for last years there were a lot in Germany, more like, or in France. You can come in France too. There are a lot of places outside Paris.
So the placement is important to you. That's the first thing.
Yeah, because you work with a community that came from everywhere. We saw the map. We have people coming from Asia, Australia, USA. And it's a good point to make them discover what's in Europe, I think.
Yeah, we checked in Switzerland, and we had a beautiful host country, a beautiful host user group, the BPAC, the Belgium PowerShell user group. I'm pretty sure we would find in Switzerland or in any other European country a strong community, people who care to host that thing and make it enjoyable. Emmanuel, merci and safe travels.